Hello, this is Dr. Paul Cottrell, and I want to talk about two topics. One will be about monkeypox and the updates with SARS-CoV-2. So this is more of a epi curve update. And then in another video, I'm going to talk about EVs, electronic vehicles, and the fallacy of them that's coming from the Green New Deal, right? So let's start with monkeypox. The last video that I did was talking about over 21,000 cases in the United States with monkeypox. So this is the update here. So we have almost 23,500 cases. This is as of September 16th. I'm recording on September 18th. And the ones that are going to be the primary suspects, right, of this: California 4,600, Florida 2,350 or so, Georgia starting to climb 1,600, Illinois 1,200. New York is still under 4,000. That's a little surprising because it was starting to gain and it was ahead of California. Now it's behind California. So this is now 3,738 cases. Texas is over 2,000 now. Washington state is over 500 cases. Virginia's starting to climb 430. So this is reaching this area that I call kind of like the pre-escape velocity, right? In a previous video, I talked about escape velocity. So what's going to happen is that we're going to start seeing cases in monkeypox starting, the acceleration start to decline. It's still going to climb, but the acceleration is declining. All right, it's not all right, so it's the numbers are starting. The acceleration of each number is going to, for each day, is going to start to decline, but it's still going to increase. And during that period of time where it's starting to decline in its acceleration, all right, you will start seeing, that's called the second derivative. So there's a decline in the second derivative, but the velocity of this is still going to be enough to build up energy within this zone where you're going to have increased cases, but over each day, it's not going to be as many. And then all of a sudden it will burst. There's going to be an escape velocity. Another term is a jump diffusion. All right. But this escape velocity that I'm talking about predicting with monkeypox is due to it being in the population, especially in immune compromised individuals, that will lead to further gain of function through mutation that will allow for the escape velocity. So this is something that I keep on telling people, watch out for. You're going to hear in the news, oh, it's declining. Cases are starting to, the case loads are less than it was in the previous month or whatever, right? But it's going to start building, all right? And so you got monkeypox. We're starting in the United States because we're in the Northern Hemisphere. We're going to start moving into flu season, which is October to March. And then during that whole period of time, we're also going to hear about multivalent vaccines for SARS-CoV-2. And what's all this is going to start amalgamating to a point where we're going to start seeing higher cases. So, but it's not going to be as crazy as it was with the COVID crisis, but you are going to see more cases. There's going to be an escape velocity that is going to be happening here. All right, so that is the US. Now, on the world side, we have 61,000, over 61,000 cases. All right. Now, obviously, the United States has 23,000, over 23,000, and that is the largest so far. Brazil is at 6,448, so almost 6,500. They have had 2 deaths. The United States has had 1 death. The total number of deaths, I'm not sure. Does it say deaths? Total deaths worldwide is 20. The most, Spain has 2, Brazil has 2, Ghana, Nigeria, and Central African Republic have seemed to have the most deaths. It's Nigeria and Ghana with 4. All right, but the total in the world is 20 deaths from this out of 61,282. So it's a low death rate, but with monkeypox, it's going to be on the skin, and there's going to be scarring, and it's going to be a problem, right? All right, so in Spain, we have 6,947. Oh, so they're a little bit below Brazil. So it's the US and Spain that are the largest. France is 3,898, Germany 3,556, and the UK is 3,552. All right, so right now, again, we have 61,282 cases of monkeypox in the world and over 23,000 cases in the United States. And the 2 hotbeds for the states, it's California and New York. All right, now let's talk about SARS-CoV-2. Now, in the world, there's been 6.5 million deaths from SARS-CoV-2, all right? Number of cases, 611 million cases for SARS-CoV-2. Now, in the United States, we are at 95.6 million cases and over 1 million deaths. Now, if you look at the chart that shows the weekly cases, we are starting to go in a dip. It's declining, so we passed this last wave of Omicron 4.5, and we're starting to see a dip again. Now, what does seem to take place is that once a new round of vaccines come out, there seems to be a increase in the number of cases about 3-4 months later, about 90 days to 100 days later. All right, I think this is part of the reason why certain people say certain things about enhancement. Now, I'm parsing my words to keep a video up, but I think the ones that are listening and paying attention to what I'm saying understands exactly what I mean. Now, if we go through another round of this, on top of monkeypox, on top of potentially a worsening of the flu season, we're going to have more of these escape velocity kind of situations that take place, because it's allowing for the body, because the immune system is weakened, to allow for additional mutation. All right, but in general, in the United States at the aggregate level, SARS-CoV-2 is declining. Now at the States, California, they're declining. The top 4 states I'm going over. California is declining. Texas is declining. Florida is declining. Now, the previous video, Florida was actually going up, but now it's declining. New York is declining. Ohio is stabilized. It's just starting to decline. Illinois, it's declining. North Carolina, declining. So the point I'm making here is that I think as we are moving into the October and flu season, we're in a reduction in BA4, BA5. Question remains is that after the administration of these multivalent vaccines, would we see an increase? And historically, we have seen an increase after 90 days. So that is the update for SARS-CoV-2 and monkeypox. So please subscribe to my channels. I have 3 channels on YouTube. They're heavily censored, so it's very hard to keep videos up. That's why I have to watch what I say. They're demonetized, and people don't get the updates because they're either unsubscribed or whatever, unclicked for the bell or whatever. So subscribe to all 3 of the YouTube channels. All the links are in the description in all my videos. Please subscribe to Brighteon, Bitchute, and Rumble. That's where you'll see my catalog. Right? I have over 700 videos just on Brighteon alone. So subscribe there. Make sure that you follow me on GETTR and on Twitter. That's another way I get around the censorship and post articles that I think are pertinent to the conversation that we're having here. Then please subscribe to my Patreon account. I will do a more in-depth market analysis for those subscribers because I have a certain talent in being able to read the market and tell you what's going to happen days, weeks, sometimes months in advance. So because of that, people that were listening to me when I did my last video with Trade Cat Night, this was about 3 weeks ago. I told people to get on the market and go into cash. If you followed what I told on that show, and in subsequent videos that I did after that show, you would have saved, for every $100,000 that you've had in the market, you would have saved $20,000. So if you had $200,000 in the market, you would have saved $40,000. If you had $300,000 in the market, you would have saved $60,000. All right. If you only had $50,000 in the market, you would have saved $10,000. All right. The point I'm making is if you listen to me, I'm going to get you through this crisis. And that crisis is multifactorial. And nobody can do it like I can. In terms of the BioPatriot Act, in terms of the financial pillar, and in terms of the scientific pillar. Nobody. So make sure you pay attention and I'll get you through this crisis. Through the Patriot Act, the BioPatriot Act issues, the problems that we're going to start seeing with the rising inflation and the raising of the rates by the Federal Reserve, the disequilibrium that's going to be taking place in the currency markets and what's going on with the scientific aspects to what's going on with SARS-CoV-2, monkeypox, vaccines, everything. All right. Nobody can do that. Nobody except me. All right. There are individuals that may be specialists in a particular pillar, but they can't wrap the whole thing. They don't have the talent. They don't have the experience. They don't have the creativity. They don't have the gravitas, except myself. So please subscribe to all the channels and I'll get you through this crisis. I'll get your health up. I'll tell you how to get around this whole Bio-Patriot Act, and I'll tell you how to make money during this crisis. Or at the very least, protect the nest egg that you've built up. Nobody can do that. None of these people that you listen to, like Campbell and Fleming and all of them, they can't do that. They don't have the talent to do that. So make sure that you follow me on GETTR and Twitter. Please subscribe to the Patreon account. And better yet, go to my store, the-studio-reykjavik.com. All the links are in the description, and you can purchase products that will help bring down inflammation, boost up your immune system, and reduce reactive oxygen species because they're strong antioxidants, and neutralize pathogens. And you will age slower. You will get healthy. And in the process, listen to what I'm telling you about the market, and you're going to make money. And you're going to make a lot more money than the dumbass that's not paying attention. So make sure you subscribe and make sure that you help out by going to the store or donating or subscribing to Patreon to support my work. There's nobody, not Mikovits, not Dr. Gold, none of the doctors out there, the MDs, have been as accurate as I am. Nobody. All right. So I'll get you through this crisis and tell you how to navigate your family, your health, your finances through this. The street cred is there. It goes all the way back to the beginnings of this crisis for the United States in January of 2020. So please go to my store, the-studio-reykjavik.com. Get the liquid nano silvers, the nano gels, the multivitamins, the supplements by Boomer, the C60. I have a new product that's a C60 product. It's a 2-ounce. So I now sell 2-ounce, 4-ounce, and 8-ounce. The 2-ounce bottle you can get in coconut oil or avocado oil. This C60 is a very, very strong antioxidant. So it has a dropper now. So you just use a dropper, and then that's your amount for each day. And that sells for $60. That's a good price point for the issues that people are having today. They want supplements that they can afford, that are good, they're high quality. So please try out the C60 2-ounce bottle for $60. I have it in coconut oil and avocado oil. And by doing that, you're going to be bringing down that reactive oxygen species. You're going to boost up your mitochondrial health. And what will happen is you're going to have more energy, because with better mitochondrial health, you'll have more ATP, and you will have less oxidative stress in the cells, less necrosis, less senesced cells, and you are going to age slower. It's very simple. And there's a compound effect that if you keep this going month after month after month, then you're going to see the compound effects of the body healing and getting stronger. And you can apply this at any age. in addition, you can use this on your pet. So what you do is when you're feeding your pet, cat or dog, right? y- y- what you do is you put three drops of this is what I do with my pet. So I give the pet 2 drops of iodine, all right, in its food, and then you give the dog a full dropper or a half dropper, depending on the size of the dog, of the C60. And then I also give my pet a supplements, vitamin supplements, and nicotinamide mononucleotide, which is NMN. You can get this. This is something you can get on Amazon. I don't sell NMN, but with your pet, if you give it the proper nutrition, the supplements, iodine, the NMN, and the C60, you will notice that the coat on the pet, the fur, is a lot healthier. You'll notice that the eyes will get better for the pet. And you'll notice that the pet will have more energy. A pet, as it gets older, a lot of times it has arthritis, osteoarthritis, and they don't have the same energy level that they used to. Over time, when you're doing this, you'll start to see an increase in their energy level, and they'll be able to jump a little bit more. They'll be able to be running around a little bit more. But the real benefit is you start this when they're a puppy. And what happens is you'll start to see that the pet is aging much, much, much slower than if you didn't do this. So instead of a pet living until, let's say, 12 years old, for, let's say, a dog, you're extending it to about 15 or 18 years. And these are high quality years because it has this mechanism of producing ATP and has better mitochondrial health. And if it has a good immune system and it's slowing down its aging process, chances of it gaining the dogs have a tendency to get cancer a lot. So it reduces the chances of that because the body is fighting against that whole cancer process. Our immune system can fight off cancer up to a certain point. And then there's escape velocity within the cancer cells. And then eventually a tumor grows much larger and can metastasize. But at the very early stage, many cells start to become like precancerous. All right. And if you have a strong immune system, it can get rid of those cancer cells. But if you don't have a strong, healthy immune system, you're going to have a runaway effect. So listen to me. I'm taking what I do, my observations with my pet, and with what I have done over since I'm 16 years old in terms of taking supplements and antioxidants and proper diet and nutrition, and you will see the benefits. So try the C60. You can use the C60 on your pet, and I do it every day. And with your pet, I would suggest get a multivitamin, like a veterinarian multivitamin that you can purchase. Usually it's in a powder. You just give them a scoop or whatever per feeding, or once a day. Give them the NMN. Give them 1 tablet. Usually the tablets are the capsule is like 150 milligrams or something like that. And because for humans, you take about 250 to 500 milligrams of it. So I give my pet, it's around 20 pounds. One pill, which is about 150 milligrams. And and 2 drops of iodine, and also a dropper of the C60 with the multivitamin, and I'm seeing my pet age slower and has a lot more energy. Now, the pet is still young, so I haven't, usually dogs start to get to about age 5 or 6, and they start seeing the cancer. You start seeing maybe even cardiovascular problems. My dog is younger than that, so we haven't reached that threshold yet for the 5-year mark. But I suspect that from what the observations that I'm seeing at this moment, I suspect that things are going to be pretty good for this dog. Previously, I had a dog that died from cancer. Mast cell dogs can get this mast cell. Dog owners know what I'm talking about. So mast cell tumor, it's like a skin cancer, and it produces a lot of histamine because it's a mast cell. And eventually they spread and metastasize into the liver. All right, that's what happened to my dog, and then that dog passed away. But that was before I put them on this protocol. Right. So my new dog that I've had for a while has been on this protocol. My first dog, I didn't know to do this for the dog, and some of the things were kind of new, like NMN wasn't even out yet. So NMN is relatively new. C60 is relatively new. But follow my advice, and you can even bring longevity to your cat or dog. I don't know about reptiles. I don't know, anything about that. I don't. Maybe it would work. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. But in terms of mammals, cats and dogs, you would see a benefit with following this protocol. So take my advice. All right. It's about neutralizing pathogens, bringing down inflammation, reducing that reactive oxygen species, boosting up your ATP, and you're going to live a much more vibrant life. And you will reduce you will slow down in your aging. So thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting my work. Again, please subscribe to Patreon, and you will get good information about how to navigate through this crisis, from the financial side, from the civil liberty side, what I call the Bio-Patriot Act, and the scientific side. So in addition, there's always one more thing, right? In addition, in the links, I have partnered up. Not only can you go to my store and purchase the products directly from me, there are items that I don't have on my store. So I partnered up with Brighteon store from Mike Adams, and you can click on that link that goes to Brighteon store, and I am an affiliate there, and you can purchase products that I don't offer on my store to help prep, or part of your nutritional supplements that I don't offer that you could get at Brighteon. Please use that, and that will also help support my work. In addition, there are people that don't buy on my store but want to buy Boomer products. You can click on my affiliate link that's in the description, and you can buy Boomer products directly from them, and I get an affiliate percentage from that. I believe you get a $5 off from the Boomer link. But there are many ways to support my work: donation, sharing the links, subscribing, going to my store, going to my affiliates, and my affiliate links, and that helps support my work. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.